Alright, this is an informative video for y'all about sequestration. There's a lot of fear-mongering going on in the media. There's a lot of people talking about all these people going to lose their jobs and all this stuff, and how our services in the government, from the government are going to come to a sudden and abrupt halt. Well, that's frankly a lie. Let me explain sequestration. Let me start with the fact that, I don't know if you know this, our government every year, and chances are if you're looking for information on sequestration, you might not know this. Every year our government has a percentage that it sets, that it grows. It gets bigger than it did the year before. And they have a percentage, like 3% the government will grow. That's every part of every budget. Every department will grow 3%. Now, here's the thing. Sequestration is not actually going to cut into this year's budget at all. It's last year's budget. How much money this government spent last year? It will spend this year plus a little more. But it won't spend as much more as it thought it was going to. Because sequestration just actually cuts the percentage the government was going to grow this year down from what it was. So, government this year will not grow the full 3% that it thought it was going to. It'll grow like 1.5%. I think it might even be close to 2%. But the fact of the matter is, government is not going to get smaller. In fact, government is going to get bigger still, which is a scary thought, but it's true. Now, see, why all the fear-mongering then? That's what a lot of people, they get caught up in it, and they don't understand. The government this year is going to spend more than it did last year. In every single part of the budget, every single department, the government will spend more money than it did last year. Didn't know that, did you? So, that goes to reason then that nobody should get laid off, nobody should get fired, and the only reason that Obama and the executive branch or any department would do that is to make the cuts worse than they really are, considering they're going to have as much money this year as they did last year. So they would just do that to make it painful, to make their lies true. Considering that the government is not going to get smaller, it's actually still going to get bigger. Now, what they maybe this might do is might mean they can't hire some new people, but I think we're doing fine with the people we have right now. I don't think we're going to grow so much in the next year, and so many more people are going to be using air travel. We need so many more TSA people that it's really going to have any noticeable effect unless they fire people on purpose to make you notice, which then really just means they're making their life even worse, does it not? That's sad. So, in finishing, the government just basically is the federal government, and the executive level mainly, is fear-mongering right now. And the Republicans are doing, by the way, a horrible job of articulating this point. Nobody is making this absolutely clear, but the federal government is still growing. They're still going to have more in every department than they did last year. They're just not going to have as much more this year as they thought they would. So, no budgets really need to be cut, because no budgets are being cut. They're still all growing, just not as much as they would like, which frankly I think is a good thing. So, I don't think the Defense Department should get 50% of the cuts like they are. It's only 20% of the budget. However, you know what? I'm willing to take a cut in every department, and I'm willing to take the cut just to get the cut. So all this fear-mongering going on about people having to be fired is a lie, because they're going to have all the money they had this last year, this year too. So, take that into consideration when you hear the news. Take that into consideration when you watch MSNBC, who is just, they're the real liars, because they cover the executive branch what Obama says overkill. They listen to everything he says like it's gospel, which it's not. And we all know it's better than listen to the government, don't we? I mean, come on, for real. And it's a key thing. Don't listen to the government and trust it. Verify for yourself, because if you look into it, you find things out like this. Like they're not getting an actual cut in what they spent last year. They're spending more than they did last year. They're just not getting as much more this year as they thought they were going to. So, I hope it's been an informative video on sequestration for all those who have watched. And I hope that if you watched this and you found something out that you didn't know, you share it with your friends and tell everybody you know, because you know what? It's time that we stop getting lied to as the American people. We start realizing what they're doing to us. Have a good day. This is Chuck Burns signing out. Follow me on Twitter at cburns4vta. That's at CBURNS4VTA. And it's CBURNS, the number 4, VTA. Have a good one, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to start trying to add more content. I've been lapsing for a while because I've been so mad about what the government's been doing lately. And I just had to take a break. So, Have a good day, and thank you for watching my video.